guys. Well, we've made it to the end of our series of Bible Bites on the love of God. I hope you found them helpful to correct what we mean when we speak of God as love. I said at the beginning that the series of Bible Bites were based on this book by Gary Williams, His Love Endures Forever, and I thought I would just read a little bit from his little conclusion. He says, "We live in a love-obsessed age. In such an environment, it's tempting for us to reject the world's obsession with love. It just seems to be love gone mad. But love is at the heart of the gospel, isn't it? The answer is for a Christian living in a love-mad culture not to repudiate any interest in love, but to subvert it with the truth. And the truth is, as we've seen, that before any creature loved, God is love. We may love with an extraordinary devotion to the point of turning what we love into an idol and hurting it, but God's love is always rightly proportioned. We live in a time when fatherhood is breaking down, but God is the perfect Father who makes us his children and promises never to leave us. We love because we need to love, but God loves without any need for his beloved, purely from the overflow of his goodness. Our force of affection may leave us helpless before one we love, but God is always sovereign in his love. Our love may wax and wane, but God loves with an eternal, unchanging love. Our passion of love varies, but God loves us with love to the max. The more we discover about someone, the harder it may be for us to love them. But God knows us perfectly from the outset and still loves us. We may harbour a desire for retribution that destroys our love, but God forgives us and at the same time maintains the demand of his own holy being for justice. We may seek a beautiful bride, but God finds us in the filth of sin and lifts us up, washes us, clothes us, and makes us beautiful. In these ways, and in many more, God's love is different from our love in its manner, and the uniqueness of its manner lends it to a peerless magnitude. God's love is majestic, glorious, unfathomable, inexhaustible, and in these Bible Bites we have simply teetered on the edge of all that love, the love of God is, and we trust that the love of God in us will beget more love. So ponder these matters, consider them more, perhaps go away and read this book and get to know your God better.